Cold air hits the lungs like iron bars. Stomach growling, counting nickels on the floor. System rid, heavy boots on my neck. I see the trap, I see the wire fence. Nocturnal movements, timber soles on the pavement. They want us quiet, but the pressure builds. Broken plumbing, leaking pipes in the ceiling. I am a wolf in a sheepskin coat, ready to snap, ready to break the lock. Money tight, spirit hard like granite. No help coming from the high rise. Just another number in a dusty ledger. Watching the clock, waiting for the spark. The city breathes smoke and cold soup. Thick skin, hard of a sledgehammer. Brick by brick, I am taking what is mine. Push back until the foundation cracks. Foundation cracks. Underground heat, no light in the tunnel. No light. Slow burn, anger in the marrow. In the marrow. Grimy life, we do not bend for nobody. Nobody. Industry snakes trying to sell my soul. Labels lying, keeping the crumbs for us. I do not need a suit to be a boss. Just a microphone in a basement beat. Aggressive apathy, eyes on the prize. They fear the truth, they fear the hunger. Cement cage, but I have the keys. Hardship made me still forging fire. No soft words, no weak apologies. Just the raw sound of the gutter. Watching the suits tremble in their shoes. Systemic weight, but I am lifting the world. Power to the broke and the dangerous. Street code written in blood and grime. Every bar a brick, building my wall. Resentment is fuel, watch it ignite. Push back until the foundation cracks. Foundation cracks. Underground heat, no light in the tunnel. No light. Slow burn, anger in the marrow. Grimy life, we do not bend for nobody. Nobody. Yeah. Pure spite in the vocal booth. On the scene. The ledger is full. Check the ledger. Check. Mob music. Mob music. Listen close, I'm dropping the heavy set knowledge. The Fetty don't feel the same today, nephew. My partner caught a case of the forever sleep. The soil is cold, even in the summer rage. I'm gripping the grains, steering through the mist. No room for the salt in my optic lenses. Just the pepper in my high velocity hustle meter. We don't mourn, we just multiply the currency. The game is a cold-blooded, heartless instructor. I learned the recipe from a silverback veteran. I learned the recipe from a silverback veteran. Stack the Gouda high until the drywall breaks. Stack it high, nephew. Higher than the clouds. Leaning back in the velvet line cockpit, searching for the peace in a bottle of Remy. The baseline is the only heartbeat I trust. The baseline is the only heartbeat I trust. Mobbing through the dark, keeping the pocket fat. The soil don't love you, but the Fetty pays. Keeping it fat. The soil don't love you back. I'm a master architect of this independent age, building empires on the graveyard of the weak. My vocabulary is a weapon to the atmospheric pressure, like a syringe of pure financial grade street wisdom. You see the rim spinning, that's the rotation of time. My associate is gone, but the blueprint remains. I'm the exhumanly allowed in the Cadillac of poetry, just the scent of expenser of the finest distilled spirits. Drinking away the pain with clinical great precision, navigating the jurisdiction with a veteran's composure. Keeping the business fluid like a premium transmission. The mechanics of the hustle also require emotional ignition. Calculated envy in the peripheral vision of onlookers, but I'm insulated by the glass and the Fetty stack. This isn't a game, it's a structural necessity. It's a structural necessity, keep your eyes on the Fetty. Leaning back in the velvet line cockpit, searching for the peace in a bottle of Remy. The baseline is the only heartbeat I trust. The baseline is the only heartbeat I trust. Mobbing through the dark, keeping the pocket fat. The soil don't love you, but the Fetty pays. Keeping it fat. Keep it fat. The soil don't love you back. Scratches. Yeah. Keep the wheels turning, nephew. The pain is just a tax on the lifestyle. Pay it and keep moving. Mob music forever. The soil, the soil.
Check the mic. I ain't at the trap, no, man.
Yeah, Chuck. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pavement stained with the weight of 1,000 debts. Counting copper till my fingers sentimental. Seeking grace that miss these specific blocks. Iron bars and heavy rusted locks clanking loud. The air is thick with every mistake made. Breaking bread with wolves just to stay alert. Dry palms but the conscience is soaking wet. Paying back ghosts with a heart broken wide. Brick walls watch like a silent witness. Holding every sin like a bitter grudge holder. No sanctuary, just a cold biting hard. Playing hands while the devil is calculating. Scraping the bottom for a drop of brilliance. Walking through blackness in the dead hour. No one hands out a pardon for this life and a place to stop being generous. Seeking clean water in a well gone dry. Looking for truth under a cold colored sky. Nobody forgives what the hunger made you do. Searching for a version of me brand new. Seeking clean water in a well gone dry. Looking for truth under a cold colored sky. Nobody forgives what the hunger made you do. Searching for a version of me brand new. Mental fortress on a shaky foundation. Keeping head high while the weight pulls down. The ledger is red and the ink starts bleeding. Planting iron seeds for a harvest of pain. Analyze logic in a heartless world. Tearing every piece of my history apart. Atmosphere heavy like a coat of lead. Thinking about the things the elders spoke. You cannot wash dirt with a dirty cloth. Carrying the burden in a tattered leather bag. Struggling to balance the soul's heavy scale. Falling in the pit while digging deep holes. Every step heavy like walking through thick tar. Moon hiding behind a jagged steel rail. Survival is math I never truly understood. Finding the bad in the middle of the good. Seeking clean water in a well gone dry. Looking for truth under a cold colored sky. Nobody forgives what the hunger made you do. Searching for a version of me brand new. Seeking clean water in a well gone dry. Looking for truth under a cold colored sky. Nobody forgives what the hunger made you do. Searching for a version of me brand new. Microphone supremacy is the only escape noise. Crushing every doubt with a grip on cold steel. This is medicine for the weary minds. Analyzing tactics of a predatory beast. The rhythm is the weapon used to men. Grinding down the edge at your block and broken street. No more hiding from the damage already done. Destiny is calling but the path is overgrown. No mercy. Selling the debt. Balance the scale. Keep it moving. Check the ledger, uncut raw. Listen, I'm operating with a calculated ferocity, demonstrating a decade of pure velocity, navigating the pavement with strange precocity, eliminating the fakes with great atrocity, checking the pyramid, wrecking the whole diameter, collecting the visitor, testing the solar meter, protecting the minister, chesting the gold character. The asphalt is freezing, I'm breathing a heavy season, attacking with treason, I'm lacking a steady reason. The tactical placement, the back of the black basement, a radical statement, a stack of the track placement. I'm pushing the envelope, dodging the tangled rope, under the periscope, handling the mangled hope. My infrastructure structure is solid, the logic is quite demonic. The architecture is polished, the chronic is purely sonic. It's the tax man coming for the dudes in the dark, leaving a permanent mark, lighting the fuel with a spark. Pay the price. Street politics, the loyalty is thinner than glass. Waiting for winter to pass, moving the mass. I'm witnessing the treachery, a victim of petty lechery. The physical weaponry providing a steady treasury. A criminal intention, the physical suspension. The lethal dimension, a radical invention. Checking the circle, the colors are turning purple. The hurdle is vertical, it's whipping in corners. I'm listening to early mourners. The tactical performers ignoring the border warners. I keep a small radius, the status is quite courageous. The pattern is contagious, the damage is quite outrageous. I'm reading the body language, managing all the anguish. The enemies will languish, the legacy will never vanish. A heavy-handed rebel, I never settle for gravel. The mystery will unravel, the distance I have to travel is measured in casualties, avoiding the legal formalities. The street-level realities, destroying the weak personality. It's the tax man coming for the dudes in the dark, leaving a permanent mark, lighting the fuel with a spark. Pay the price. Street politics, the loyalty is thinner than glass. Waiting for winter to pass, moving the mass. I'm the architect of the struggle, managing every juggle. The systematic smuggle, the energy in the bubble. I'm taxed in the industry, matching the inner chemistry. The liquid is energy, attacking the hidden enemy. The hierarchy is shifting, the heavy weight I'm lifting. The narrative is drifting, the quality I'm sifting. I'm a master of the strategy, avoiding a total tragedy. The gravity of the vanity, the clarity of the cell fire. The strings on the wire, the wings of the high flyer. My loyalty is a fortress, the feeling is purely cordless. The rhythm is quite reckless, the jewelry is purely necklace. I'm the king, the underground, hearing the thunder sound. The hunger is profound, the brothers are coming around. I'm finishing the mission, the tactical transition. The mental ammunition, the king in the pole position. Pole position, check the math. Tax man, always watching, keep it raw, boom bap. My molars are turning to powder. By the time the sun hits the bodega awning, the security gate is a heavy iron eyelid that doesn't want to open. I'm standing here with a copy of Camus and a pack of cheap rolling papers, trying to calculate the trajectory of a gentrified floor cloyus, while my neighbor counts out nickels for a single generic aspirin. The air smells like burning oil, and the collective fatigue of the unbanked. Every corner is a geometry of risk I never learned in school. I watched the plainclothes officers adjust their belts in the reflections. Macrocomic shifts fell through the sudden absence of penny candy. The asphalt is a ledger of bad debts and missed payments. And I'm just an unpaid auditor of the sidewalk's many fractures. Trust is a luxury commodity I can't afford on this gig worker's budget, so I keep my head down and my fists in my thrift store pockets. Check the deadbolt once, then check it 3 more times. Breathe through the teeth, keep the perspective small. Survival is just a series of mundane, awkward interactions under a sky the color of a bruised peach. The B-43 bus is 20 minutes late and I'm losing the narrative. Walking past the stoop where the guys used to play the monos. Now it's just a pile of unpopen mail for a family that moved to Jersey. There's a high concept philosophy in the way a brick decays, a slow motion collapse that nobody bothers to document. I saw a stray dog with more structural integrity than the local economy. He looked at me with the same cynical resignation I see in the mirror. Every handshake feels like a non-disclosure agreement I didn't sign. I'm hyper-aware of the space between my shoulder blades, watching silhouettes detached from the darkness near the laundromat. Keep moving. It's not paranoia if the structural violence is actually systemic. I'm just a weary observer of the mundane tragedy, writing these footnotes on the back of a past due electric bill. The rent is a guillotine and the blade is starting to drop. Keep your head down. Check the lock. Just a snapshot of a mental state in a failing zip code. Failing zip code. Failing zip code. code, yeah. Yeah. Check the pulse. Inherited the shuddering palm from a ghost. Tracing failures on the cracked ceiling. Soil under fingernails from digging old debts. Walk in the mist with the jagged wool coats. Walk in the mist with a jagged cum pace. Counting pennies for a penance unpaid. Stagnant water reflecting a hollow center. Family roots strangling the house foundation. Family roots strangling the house foundation. Pacing floorboards until the timber groans. Seeking absolution in the street steam. Asphalt biting at the worn down heels. Residual ache from holding back breath. Climbing ladders built from rotten wood. Ash on sleeves from bridges burned early. Navigating darkness without a silver tongue. Grit and grime of the long journey. Grit and grime of the long journey. Planting gardens in the cracked pavement. Blooming late with bruised purple petals. Facing the past with a clenched jaw. Mercy is a myth when the ledger's full. Carving past through thickets of regret. Carving past through thickets of regret. Sovereign over nothing but the dust. Marrow deep, the sorrow seeps through. Bloodline of survivors and the vanished. Treading water while the tide turns black. While the tide turns black. Absolution occurrence of houses leaning. Standing in doorways of houses leaning. Clock ticking like a hammer on rock. Reaping what was sown in bitter winter. Numbing nerves with a liquid silence. Tarnished silver under a heavy tongue. Measuring distance between guilt and grave. Residual guilt calcified in the spine. Standing crooked under the weight of it. One time for the ghosts. Let it breathe. Yeah. Track 7, the past never sleeps, it just gets more expensive. Wool coats dragging through the winter slush. Ostrich leather on the seats, custom fitted, custom. The ghost of the corner still calls my name. I hear it. I'm in the clouds, but the street stays in me. Always azure paint on the coupe, matching the Atlantic. Deep water, avoiding the precinct, dodging the heavy hand every time the crew is a circle. No entry for the week. Keep 'em out. We eating lobster, cutting entry for the week. Keep 'em out. We eating lobster, cutting through the thickest maximalist. Chinchilla collar wide as the sidewalk we used to own. Big fur stacks in the duffel, looking like tall grass and May. Greenly matching the watch face to the interior with grain. Yeah. Calculated, cold winds in the city made the blood turn to ice, freezing. Now we heating the floor in the mountain retreat. Warm up, never forget the hunger while we feast on the plate. Warm up, never forget the hunger while we feast on the plate. Hungry, the kingpin perspective from a 30,000-foot view. Look down. Else the past is away in the cellar retreat. Heaven on earth, but I start in the basement. Flying so high, I can see that the pavement. But the echo of the block is still at the door. Always there, the past is I carry it well. I'm good, heaven on earth, but I start in the basement. Flying so high, I can see that the pavement. But the echo of the block is still at the door. Always there, the past is I carry it well. I'm good, heaven on earth, but I start in the basement. So fly, remember the nights when the money was blue, cold hundreds, rubber bands snapping like a trapped on the floor. Pop covering the old scars with the softest to cash me. Heavy altitude changes, but the heart stays heavy. Heavy looking down at the city from the private cabin. See a toast to the brothers who didn't get the pass. Salute the spirit of the struggle, never leaves the glass. Drink up, Maybach curtains close, we moving in silence. The tax man calling, but the lawyer's a shark, a shark. Winter toughness built the frame for the summer heat. Iron clinking like the chains on the old gate. Sound of success, we went from the slush to the white sand beaches. Island hot, matching the linen, the color of the resort. Cadorn the nation down as a burden, but the velvet feels right. Always there, the past is I carry it well. I'm good, heaven on earth, but I start in the basement. Flying so high, I can see that the pavement, but the echo of the block is still at the door. Always there, the past is I carry it well. I'm good, heaven on earth, but I start in the basement. Yeah, it's a long way up, but the bottom is still in the rear view. On Earth C, keep the change. Yeah. The foundation. Steam red snapper with the ginger and the scallion. Sitting at the Hagamani table with the blueprints. This ain't just rap, it's a structural assessment of how we turn the struggle into a sovereign state. I saw you hold the line when the pressure was immense, like an aging veteran on the 94 Knicks roster. Herb Williams energy, fighting for the position and to paint the spotlight. We need the deed to the property. I remember the basement days, the smell of damn paint. We don't need the spotlight, we need the deed to the property. I remember the basement days, the smell of damn cardboard, and the way we map the escape on a tattered atlas. No handouts requested, no favors accepted, just a disciplined volume of work and a sharp focus. The industry is a circus, we the silent investors, watching the acrobats fall while we audit the accounts. Silk robes draped over the scars of the past, a juxtaposition of the trauma and the triumph. We split the equity the same way we split the bread, with a steady hand and a total lack of ego. The bonds are reinforced by the fires we walk through, and the silence between us says more than the lyrics. We built the fortress out of the rubble of the old world. Mental fortitude is your way to navigate the storm. I seen the others fold for a temporary thrill, but we playing the long game, the infinite accession. I seen the old for a temporary thrill, but we playing the long game, the infinite session. The air is thick with the center rain on paper, a dusty needle finding the groove of the soul. We kept the circle tight like a closed economy, trading the secrets of the trade for the security of the kin. No vanity projects, just the business of the craft. The labor is the reward, the output is the testament. I seen the seasons change from the same window, from the lean winters to the bountiful harvest, and you never change the frequency of your loyalty. That's the high art of brotherhood in a low rent world, refining the delivery until the grit felt like velvet. I don't talk to the press, I talk to the accountant. The dividends are coming in like a slow tide, consistent and inevitable as the change of seasons. Consistent and inevitable as the change of seasons. Your word is the only contract I ever signed, forged in the era of the pagans and the booths. The booths, solidarity, ownership. That's it. Peace. My boots got no tread left. Walking through the blackness, looking for a breath. It's a sickness in the gut, a weight on the chest. Searching for the light, put the soul to the test. Where you at? We move in the silence, then strike with the noise. Addicted to the struggle, killing all the joys. I need a way out, I need a clean break, but the devil on the shoulder tells me what to take. take it. Give me the peace, give me the out. Screaming at the sky, that's what I'm about. The fever is rising, the hunger is deep. Promises I made, but I can't keep them. No! Trading the blood for the silver, the soul for the fix. Stuck in the mud, doing all the dirty tricks. My partner got the bag, I got the heavy heart, trying to find the finish before we even start. Move! The brick walls are closing, the air is getting thin. Searching for redemption underneath the skin. It's a war in the head, a fight in the street, grit in the teeth, fire in the heat. Burn it down. Give me the peace, give me the out. Screaming at the sky, that's what I'm about. The fever is rising, the hunger is deep. Promises I made, but I can't even keep. I'm sinking. Hold on. The slate is never clean, the debt is never paid. Walking through the wreckage of the choices that we made. I'm clawing at the surface, trying to find the sun, but the cycle keeps spinning, and I'm the only one. The only one. Get up, keep moving. Peace, no more, out. Check the frequency. The bottom is getting too crowded. Time to move. Cold pavement beneath my boots. Empty pockets make a man dangerous. Looking at the penthouse from the gutter. Hunger is not a feeling, it is a weapon. I see the way they look at us, like we are stains on silk suits. But my skin is thicker than their wallets. Hunting for more than just a meal, searching for the crown. The pavement knows my name by heart. Every step is a calculated risk. No room for error in this geometry. It's geometry. The bricks have ears and the air is heavy. I am the ghost in the machine now, turning lead into heavy jewelry. Watch it shine. The cycle breaks when the pressure rises. Keep the metal close, the enemy's closer. Grinding until the sun hates my face. Survival is the only law I follow. The only law. The cycle breaks when the pressure rises. Keep the metal close, the enemy's closer. Watch your back. They talk about peace, I talk about power. Leather seats in the whip feel like victory. Old friends turn to ghosts when you win. Old friends turn to ghosts when you win. Paranoia keeps the blade sharp. Stacking weight like a heavy anchor. Pulling my whole life out of the mud, out of the dirt. Every dollar is a bullet for the past, aiming at the cycle that birthed me. Blood on the currency, but it spends fine. Luxury is the only armor I trust. I do not need luck, I have leverage. Built this empire on a foundation of spite. Pure spite is lonely, but the view is clear. Looking back now, the hunger never really leaves, it stays. just changes shape. The crackle of the dust, the rhythm of the block, black asphalt burning under rubber of the sedan, cycle spinning like rusted rims in his hand. We measure life by late in the gram, stuttering street lamps illuminate the master plan. No peace where the sirens provide the psalms. Keeping my composure while the block loses calm. Pressure builds in pipes with knives in their backs. The terrain is cold, even when sun hits brick. Calculating every move, making sure cadence is thick. A mental fortress against the weak and fake. Drinking from bitter wells for the legacy we make. Another soul departs, tally marks on the wall. Standing on the edge, waiting for giants to fall. Survive, leaving a permanent stain, a jagged mark. Wheel keeps turning, cycle never breaks grip. Searching for quiet, holding the ship. Hand on iron, hand for sky. Walking through fire, steady eye, never break. The mind is a vault against the block. Every second accounted for, watching the clock. Survival is a struggle without a helping hand. Navigating jagged waters, trying to find land. I find my peace in ink and blood, planting seeds of wisdom in the urban mud. The cycle wants spirit to turn to dust, but iron and my will resist the rust. I see patterns in chaos, street geometry, keeping my head high, ignoring the prophecy. No room for the weak or the stressed, playing high stakes games put to the test for. Silence is a luxury we can't afford. Stay focused on the path, ignore the screams. Building a fortress, tearing down the schemes. Wheel keeps turning, cycle never breaks grip. Searching for quiet, holding the ship. Hand on iron, hand for sky. Walking through fire, steady eye, never break. Microphone is sparking, freezing night. Writing manifestos by the dim flashlight. Delivering truth, keeping verse intact. Cycle of violence, loop without end. Broken spirit still in the city without sleep. Price of life, promise to keep pieces metal under heavy stone. Searching frequency, standing all alone. Beat, taking back pieces, man complete. Snare is gunshot, drag fake personas through thick mud. Leggers written in dirt and grit, light and darkness with fire I admit. The cycle continues. Find your peace, stay stoic. Asphalt Psalms. The ledger is physical, silk linings in the utility vest. Add kiskalitual silence in the foyer, selling in theology in a glass vial. Rust on the fire escape, silver links on the wrist of a ghost. We distribute no mourning in the treasury. Just the math of the collateral, raw wool against the scar skin. The precinct is a temple of liars. We speak in the short out of the damned, the curated violence. The geometry of the corner, subtracting the weak from the equation. The sky is the color of a bruised lung. Heavy starch on the collar, blood on the currency of fear. Acquired in the cranks and in the bodega. Just the cold aptitude of the dealer. Of bone. We offer up the youth in exchange for the shine. A slow motion descent into the vault. The gospel of the street level prophet. Wool gospel of the street level prophet. Wool coats in the humidity of the subway. The click of the latch is the only prayer. The click of the latch is the only prayer. Moving like a shadow through the wreckage. Moving like a shadow, like a ghost through the rubble. The ledger stays closed until it's through the rubble. A kingdom of latch is the subway. The click of the latch is the only prayer. Moving like a shadow through the wreckage. No, moving like a ghost through the rubble. The ledger stays closed until the smoke clears. The inherent sense of the broken. A kingdom of iron and velvet. The silence is the loudest testimony. We endure the pressure of the atmosphere without a word of complaint. The silence is the testimony. Yeah. Keep it moving. 90 degrees. Stay stoic. Yeah, check the frequency. 13. The sky stays gray like lead pipes in the basement. Only 4 heads left standing on this pavement. Blood thicker than the water in the hydrant. Pressure making diamonds out of souls that stay silent. You talk loud but your foundation is hollow. Built on borrowed time and a path you didn't follow. The iron stays cold but the spirit is heating. Count the heartbeats while the cowards are retreating. My circle is a fortress with the gates locked tight. Recognize the truth by the way we move at night. No handouts requested, just the pact in the dirt. Heal from the scars but we remember the coat. Navigating tides while you sink in the boat. Loyalty is currency, the only wealth I keep, while the rest of the world is caught in their sleep. The few who remain when the walls start to crumble. Hold the weight up, never slip, never stumble. The covenant is carved in the brick and the bone. You never walk the path if you're walking it alone. Never alone. The few who remain when the walls start to crumble. Hold the weight up, never slip, never stumble. Real recognize real. 13 tracks deep and the doctrine is lethal. Separating gods from the rest of the people. Tallying the debt, subtract every single leech. Applying the hard lessons that the gutter life teach. The snare snaps hard like a bone in the wind. Where do you stop and where do I begin? We shared the same plate when the pantry was bare. Now the same breath fills the cold winter air. It's tactical, practical, marshaling the movement. Every single strike is a spiritual improvement. The city tries to swallow every name and face, but we planet the flag in this desolate space. Steel sharpens steel till the edges are biting. The silent agreement in the way we are fighting. Trust is a debt that you pay in full. Resisting the world and the vanity pull. The few who remain when the walls start to crumble. Hold the weight up, never slip, never stumble. The covenant is carved in the brick and the bone. You never walk the path if you're walking it alone. Never alone. The few who remain when the walls start to crumble. Hold the weight up, never slip, never stumble. Real recognize real. The stars align over the project rooftop. The grind is a cycle that can't ever stop. Microphone watching the fakes on the dark horizon. I see them out the shelter in the middle of the storm. But we are the storm, the thunder and the rain. Changing the struggle and the physical pain. The path is narrow, but the eyes are never shut. The upright bass groans like a ghost in the hall. Standing tall together till the final curtain fall. No vanity here, just the grit and the grime. The masters of the moment and the architects of time. The loyalty is rhythmic, the beat of the heart. Few who remain, stand firm on the sea. Check, check. Yeah, track 14. The price of being boss. Heavy wool dragging on the wet pavement. Keep the circle tight like a wedding ring. Tight ambition tastes like copper and cold steel. We wanted the view from the penthouse high up. Now the elevator for cable is fraying thin. Matching the rover, the alligator skin match that. Greed turned the hunger into a fever. Blood on the vela, I'm the sole believer. The only stacks of cabbage turned into a mountain. Watching rivals drown in the money fountain. Drown. The borough is cold, the winter is long. Building an empire where you don't belong. Aviation plans in the basement, reality. Fly, looking down on the world is a tragedy. Everything shiny has a rusted bottom rust. The ones who climb high are the ones forgotten left them. The tax is higher than the taxman knows. Ice in the veins while the fire grows. Freezing. Everything has a price, pay it in full. Chasing the crown till the heavyweight pulls down. I saw my brother sell his soul for a brick. Sold out, blue water goals turned to harbor slush. The weight of the gold broke the scale. Heavy, loyalty is a ghost on these cold blocks. We traded the peace for a piece of pie. Now we look over the shoulder at the sky. Watch out, one wrong move and the winner takes you. The same hand that feeds is the one that breaks you. Silk shirt stained by the greed of the crew. Filthy, nobody wins when the rent is overdue. Tropical flights just to dodge the subpoena run. The grass is fake in the winner's arena. Stacks wearing the crown on a hunted head. The cost of the shine is a dark room. Ambition is a beautiful way to meet your doom. The tax is higher than the taxman knows. Ice in the veins while the fire grows. Freezing. Everything has a price, pay it in full. Chasing the crown till the heavyweight pulls down. Check the price tag. Greed is a heavy coat, man. Too heavy, yeah. Silk shirts against a backdrop of brick. The wind carries the scent of spent brass. I am leaning on the fender of a black coupe, watching the block breathe like a tired lung. Breath of the deep. Breath of the beast. Pockets heavy with the fruits of the harvest, but my heart is a stone in a silk pocket. The king of the corner in a cashmere coat, deciding who eats and who starves today. It is heavy. It is a crown made of lead and diamonds. I am walking a wire. I am walking a wire, a pit of wolves. The world is pressing down on my shoulders. Every choice is a bullet in the chamber. Luxury is just a mask for the struggle. We climb the ladder just to see the bottom. Just to see the bottom. Just to see the bottom. The weight is real. The ice is cold. Custom leather seats the color of cognac. Wood grain dashboard reflecting the gray rain. Counting stacks with a sharp rubber band snap. Distributing product like a corporate merger. Counting stacks with a sharp rubber band snap. Distributing product like a corporate merger. The merger is final. I see the watches in the dark van. They want the man, but they fear the name. I am buying watches while my brothers do time. The guilt is a stain on a white linen shirt. I choose the gold over the iron bars, kinda cage. A gilded cage. The world is pressing down on my shoulders. Every choice is a bullet in the chamber. Luxury is just a mask for the struggle. We climb the ladder just to see the bottom. The weight is real. The ice is cold. Polished boots stepping over puddles of oil. Lobster tail served on a paper plate. The dichotomy of the life I chose. The price of the suit is a man's soul. I am the general of a ghost battalion. Walking through the smoke with a silver cane. Keep the engine running in the W140. We are moving tonight or we are falling forever. The scale never lies, the street never forgets. I drag my boots through metallic waste. seeking a clean slate in rusted scrap. Precinct lights are interrogation lamps, lamps for the soul. Skin is parchment etched with every debt, every single debt. I saw the pastors selling pardons for smokes. Holy water stagnant, swim with heavy oil. Fragment of a mechanism that lost purpose. Grinding teeth until the enamel turns to dust. Pockets full of lead paint and expired hope. Buying back the years the precincts swallow. No forgiveness in the eyes of hungry dogs, the eyes of hungry dogs. Just to meet in the inevitable snap, the snap. No way out. The sidewalk is a ledger of bad decisions, written in the language of grease and salt. I tried to scrub the ink from my palms, but the stains go deeper than the epidermis. Deeper than that. Inherited the tremor from a ghost in wool. The lineage is broken teeth. The lineage is broken teeth and eviction notice scouring the pavement for a miracle, not poison. But the sky is a cataract, milky unseen. It don't see nothing. I offered confession to a dead payphone. The line was clicking like a cooling engine. Maybe the devil is a landlord in a suit, and heaven is a basement that stays dry. Every alleyway is a confessional with no priest. Just the wind howling through the broken vents, pushing through the crowd of ghosts and polyester, searching for a face that doesn't want blood. But the glass is jagged in the wood rot. The glass is jagged in the wood rot. Just a man in a parka waiting for the drop. Waiting for the drop. No way out. Heavy iron grates rattle under my boots. Breath smells like copper and cheap sofa. Walk through the crowd like a razor blade. Nobody bleeds because nobody cares to look. Met a man by the rusted dock entrance. Met a man by the rusted dock entrance. Shared a match flame, licked the charcoal air. No names, just a heavy nod, a recognition. No names, just a heavy nod, a recognition. Survival is a solo game with no prizes. But for 3 seconds, the core 3 seconds, the cold didn't bite. Just a human junkin' without the wiring. Just a fragment of something real. Something real. The system wants us numb and disconnected, feeding on the apathy of the masses. Heavy like a closed in the masses. Ever the replicos conquer jam. I'm digging for a pulse in the garbage, trying to find a frequency that isn't jammed. Heavy like a closed in the masses. Ever the replicos conquer jam. Saw a mother shielding her kid from the wind. That's the only liturgy I need right now. Everything else is just rust and propaganda. Paved over souls, just rust and propaganda. Paved over souls, screaming for a witness. I'm right here bleeding in the same ditch. Witness the fracture, witness the breakdown. Hard luck stories etched into the brickwork. Hard luck stories etched into the brickwork. We are the anomalies in the algorithm, seeking warmth in a city of ice sculptures. Just a grip on a sleeve before the slide. Hold on tight, but the machine swallows eye. Heavy
like a closed in the masses. Ever the one who left the ghost come to jam.
Cadaver stares from the windows of, calculating difference in every stride. We're just ghosts with heavy laundry lists. I saw a man weep into a rusted grate. Nobody stopped to offer rag or a word. The architecture offered thee a rag or a word, blocking out the possibility of a shared sky. Clutching a transit card like a holy sky. Clutching ends a card, mouth of the void. Hoping for an echo that isn't my own. A sympathetic thick with the scent in the metal. Before the clock stops and the dark wins. Yeah. 94, 95 style. Honor C. Listen. Timberland boots clicking on the cold asphalt. Lost a lot of brothers, never was my fault. Lessons from the man sitting deep in the alley, writing down the wins in a mental tally. Chrome steel tucked where the belt stays tight, moving like a ghost in the dead of night. No teachers here, just the wind blowing cold. Empty pockets, but the wisdom is gold. Watch the corners where the hawks usually perch, looking for a soul they can easily search. Keep the mouth shut, keep the eyes wide open. Words are just air when the trust is broken. Iron sharpen iron in the dark hallway, doing what it takes just to see another day. Old scars acting like a map for the route. Never leave a doubt what the game is about. Degrees from the gutter, no cap, no gown. Heavy is the head that is holding the crown. Lessons in the rain, wisdom in the dirt. Trying to find a way not to end up hurt. Not to end up hurt. Hard Knocks Academy, the syllabus is pain. Learning how to dance while we stand, libis is pain. Learning how to dance while we standing in the rain. I seen them come, and I seen them fall fast. Built with the glass that was never gonna last. Leather jacket smells like the smoke in the grease. Looking for a war just to find a little peace. Rookies talk loud while the veterans stay mute. Polished up the truth in a raggedy suit. Taught me how to breathe when the oxygen is thin. How to take a loss just to figure how to win. Street lamps buzzing like a hive of the bees. Bending all the rules till they snap at the knees. Don't trust a handshake, watch for the palm. Staying in the storm with a vision of the calm. Coded language in the way that I walk. Let the heavy drums do the rest of the talk. Thick skin formed from the winter and the ice. Everything you want's gonna have a steep price. Degrees from the gutter, no cap, no gown. Heavy is the head that is holding the crown. Lessons in the rain, wisdom in the dirt. Trying to find a way not to end up hurt. Not to end up hurt. Hard Knocks Academy, the syllabus is pain. Learning how to dance while we stand, libis is pain. Learning how to dance while we standing in the rain. The game is about wisdom. Heavy bass thumps out. Yeah, on Earth C, track 19. The bricks are cold, but the heat is close. Mafioso business, watch your eyes open and your mouth shut. Survival is the only law we recognize. Yeah, let the beat breathe. The patriarch, park the blackjack, dark path, hard math, carving the sparks, the sharp laugh. The asphalt's wet, pacing the net, chasing debt, embracing the threat, never breaking a sweat. The architect, hard to detect, dissect the dialect, earn the respect, highest check, soul is direct. The velocity, ferocity, lyrical monstrosity. The policy is honesty, pure animosity. Pounds of the profound, bound to ground sound. Astound the crowd, found where the hound's crown. Heavyweight, regulate the plate, never late, the gate great. Lethal with the sequel, no equal street people. The eagle on the steeple, illegal and regal. North northeast beast. Feast on the least, never cease. The priest of the deceased, the beast released. Survival is the law where the lions reside. No pride in the high-ends reside. No pride in the high, just the fire inside. The lone wolf prowls through the cold and the grime. Strictly focused on the crime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. Survival of the fittest. The law of the streets. The lone wolf prowls through the cold and the grime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. Silk lining, stench of the expensive scent. Represent the basement where the spent shells were sent. Alligator souls, gold bulls control the toll. Roll through the nose with a soul cold as cold. Cold, tactical from radical, strictly emphatical. Cigars in the cars, dodging the jars in the bars. Lyrical gym, slim chance to swim in the brim. Grim as the hymn, trim the limb of the whim. The dawn to the brawn, the yawn is a sign of the spawn. Territorial, pictorial, the street memorial. Dictatorial, the editorial is oratorio. Flash the stash, leave a gash and a rash with a crash. Survival is the law where the lions reside. No pride in the high-ends reside. No pride in the high, just the fire inside. The lone wolf prowls through the cold and the grime. Strictly focused on the crime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. Survival of the fittest. The law of the streets. The lone wolf prowls through the cold and the grime. One step at a time, strictly focused on the crime. Yeah. Lone wolf status. 19. Honor C. Survival is the only law. We out.
Authenticity is the only currency left.
Yeah. The ink is heavy on the parchment sheets. Walking through the rhythm of the jagged streets. They want a facsimile of our daily struggle. Finding all the pieces to the jagged puzzle. The pavement pulsates beneath the one-spoken goals. They trade the sacred for a quick fleeting high. While I'm watching the hawks in the midnight sky. My pedigree is written in the sweat of elders. Building spiritual frames like the master welders. Keep your industry trophies in the hollow praise. I'm a lexicon is sharp like a surgeon's steel. Refusing to negotiate how the spirit feels. They want the aesthetic, but they fear the work. Where the vultures and the corporate demons lurk. They always watching. Stay grounded. The weight of truth is heavy on the spine. On the spine. Trying to find the gold in the leading mind. Real recognize how it's real. Recognize real rest is just a ghost. Sailing on the rhythm toward a distant coast. Keep it real. Only the authentic survive, yeah. The elevated train screams a metallic prayer. Seeking out the wisdom in the freezing air. They wear a mask to hide the vacancy within. But the spirit remembers where the roots begin. I see the architecture of a grand design. Refusing to step across that crooked line. The industry is hungry for a plastic soul. The industry is hungry for a plastic soul. But they can't handle the weight of my control. Verbal dexterity is a gift from the source. Stay steady on the path, never changing course. They talk about the wealth, but they debt heavy. Breaking through the banks of the mental levee. The transit is slow, but the vision is clear. Moving past the vibration of the common fear. Hold the mic like a relic from a holy site. Manifesting the power in the dead of night. Power, knowledge of self. The weight of truth is heavy on the spine. On the spine. Trying to find the gold in the leading mind. Real recognize how it's real. Recognize real rest is just a ghost. Sailing on the rhythm toward a distant coast. Stay true. No compromise. 98. 99. Foundation is everything. On Earth C. is lifted off the skeletal frame. 21, the final chapter. The last cigarette smolds in a ceramic tray. 21 rotations finished within a single cycle. My knuckles are calloused from striking the iron gates, navigating the corridors where the heavy pressure sits. I see the skyline shifting through the cracked glass, watching the copper struggle with expensive vintage wine. This is the final brick in the wall of the fortress, measuring the distance from the curb to the penthouse. My spirit is worn thin like the leather on my soles, digging through the crates to find the ancestral rhythm. The tape hisses a lullaby for the restless thinkers, leaving the wreckage of the previous chapters behind. The upright bass throbbing like a pulse in the throat. Double check in the strategy like a pulse in the throat. Double chamagy on calculated move. Honor C started with a murmur, now concludes with force, closing the deadbolt on the studio's heavy entrance. The weight is lifted off the skeletal frame. The weight is lifted. 21 chambers and the pulse remains steady, and the pulse remains steady. The final needle drops on the dusty revolving wax. Dusty revolving wax. Nothing left to say but the silence that follows. Writing this letter to the brothers who didn't finish, to the brothers, the ones who got caught in the machinery of the city. I carried your names through every bar of this record. A heavy burden, but the ink never ran dry. Looking at the master reel spinning like a wheel of fortune. Like a wheel, we gambled everything on a dark piano loop. Now the sun is threatening to break the horizon line, but we belong to the hour where the ghosts congregate. Silk linings in the jacket feel like a new skin, like a new skin, like a new skin. A sharp contrast to the grit under the fingernails. This isn't just a collection of rhythmic patterns, it is the blueprint of a man who refused to break. The snare hits like a gavel in a high court, in a high court. Sentencing the past to the arches of the memory. The marathon is over, but the lungs are still burning. Final track marks the spot where the legacy begins. The weight is lifted off the skeletal frame. The weight is lifted. 21 chambers and the pulse remains steady. The final needle drops on the dusty revolving wax. Dusty revolving wax. Nothing left to say but the silence that follows. The journey is complete. 21 blocks. Honor C. The end of the road. Yeah.